Hi, and welcome to WKU's Admissions Chat on Facebook. My name is Erica Gunn. I'm an admissions counselor here at WKU, and I'll let these students introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Kelsey Houston. I'm from Morgantown, Kentucky, majoring in Human Resource Management. I'm also involved on campus as an ambassador for the Gordon Ford College of Business. I'm also involved in campus ministry.
Hey guys, my name is Juan. I'm from Bowling Green, Kentucky. I'm double majoring in international business and economics. And then some clubs and organizations that I'm involved in. I'm a member of Sigma Phi Epsilon fraternity. I'm a member of the Honors College. I'm a member of the Interfraternity Council, which is kind of the board that overlooks fraternities here on campus. And then I'm also a part of the Hilltopper Organization of Latin American Students.
Alrighty, so tonight we're going to be taking your questions about the Topper Orientation Program. We also call that TOP here at WKU, and that's the day that you get to come and really get started as a Hilltopper. And we'll let Juan kind of talk about what that day includes.
All right, yeah, so like Erica said, the Topper Orientation Program, or TOP for short, that's kind of the orientation for incoming students. So all incoming students coming to WKU have to attend the Topper Orientation Program. Kelsey and I are known as TOP Guides, so we are two of your many leaders that you'll have throughout the day. We're kind of there to guide you, to answer your questions, to explain to you what it's like being a student here. So many of the things that we talk about at the Topper Orientation Program is just what it's like being a student. So at the beginning of the day, your parents will have their own sessions, and then you as a student will have your own sessions. You guys will meet back together for lunchtime. We have lunches provided at our buffet that we have here on campus, the Fresh Food Company. It's free, provided on us, so it's very delicious. And then after lunch, you guys will meet back, you guys will sign up for classes. You'll meet with an advisor from your department, and then they'll kind of guide you, and you'll get your schedule made up for the following semester.
Alrighty, so we're ready for your questions. You can ask those by commenting on the Facebook Live video, and you can also tweet us at WKU 2021. The first question, they're rolling in hot, is how do I register for TOP?
Okay, so you can register for TOP by either going to TopNet, and it's really simple to do. All you have to do is, once you log into TopNet, search for TOP, and you'll see first-time freshmen, and you'll be able to go in and pay that $75 fee, and that $75 fee does include one guest, and if you choose to bring more than one guest, it's $25 for every guest that you do bring. And if you do not want to sign up online, you can also call our office, and we would love to take your payment over the phone.
That office number is also 270-745-4242. So you can call the TOP office directly with that. Our office hours are 8 to 4:30, and that's on Central Time. So you can call us tomorrow at 8 a.m., and they would love to take your call. So next question is, how do we find out when our TOP date is if you're already registered?
So once you register on TopNet, you will get an email containing a newsletter that has all the information about where to park, where to go during your TOP date. So you'll get that about 10 days before your orientation, so you'll be on the lookout for that. And if not, if you have any questions or you'd like to reschedule, if you call our office, we can let you know what date you're scheduled for, and then we can also answer any additional questions that you may have.
Alrighty, so the next question is, when will we hear back about top dollar scholarships? That's a really great question. As many of you know, the top dollar scholarship deadline was February 1st, and as those are decided, you'll start to see those roll out. You'll see them in your TopNet account, so it's really important that you keep up with that account, and also you will get a letter that lets you know that you've been awarded those scholarships. So just keep on the lookout. Know that if you applied for several different ones, many different departments can have a hand in reviewing those, but you can definitely look in the mail and also in your email and in your TopNet account. All right, so the next question is, what are the placement exams I have to take before TOP?
You got it?
Yeah, I can do it. So the placement exams you need to take before TOP is the math placement exam, and you will receive an email about this exam after you sign up for orientation, and it'll have on there whether you need to take the algebra one or the trig one. You may need to take both depending on your major. But with that, you can do this online on TopNet, and you can do that by searching for math placement exam. And this test is timed. It's a 45-minute time limit, and once you're in that, you cannot leave. So be sure when you start this exam, you do not leave this.
And the math placement exam, it is free, so you don't have to pay an additional charge. You do that on your own time. Just make sure you do it at least 4 days before attending your orientation program. And then depending on your major, so for example, if you're any sort of engineering major, you'll have to take the trig exam. Most students, however, only have to take the algebra math placement exam.
Many students really stress about this exam, but just know that there's not necessarily a pass-fail or anything like that. Too, if you've earned credit in high school in those areas, so say you earned dual credit or something like that for college algebra, you will still receive that credit. This test will not change that, so you'll still earn those hours once you come in. But we do encourage you to still take that exam. That does help your academic advisor. Alrighty. So the next question is, if we are dual enrolled at WKU, do we have to take the placement exam?
So if you are dual enrolled at WKU, you actually do not have to take the math placement exam, and that's just because you, as a dual enrolled student, you don't have to attend a top.
Alrighty. So again, if you would like to ask us a question, be sure to comment on the live video or tweet us at WKU 2021. So our next question is, if you're majoring, or if your major is nursing, what exams do you take?
So you'll take the algebra exam. With the trig exam, most of the people that take that, it's normally the biology, physics, chemistry. Those are typically the majors that have to take the trig exam, but if you are a nursing major, you only have to take algebra.
All right, and just one point of clarification, if you're a joint admission student, you do not attend the topper orientation. You'll actually schedule your classes at that home institution, so you won't actually attend the topper orientation unless you're a full-time student at WKU. And if you took dual credit classes, you do have to attend that top. So if you're already a WKU student as a high school student and now you're transitioning into a full-time WKU student, then you do still attend top. All right, so how much does top cost, and can I bring a guest?
Good question. So top costs $75, and that includes one guest. And then a lot of people ask what the $75 goes towards. So you'll get a lot of different things throughout the day. You'll get a free backpack. You'll get a few different things. That also covers, there's a small breakfast table at the beginning of the day, and then for lunchtime, like I said earlier, you will get free lunch, you and your guests, at the Fresh Food Company, which is the buffet that we have here on campus. If you want to bring additional guests, so you want to, so the $75 includes one guest. If you want to bring any additional guests after that, it's $25 per additional guest.
Alrighty, so the next question is, how does the TIP, which is the Tuition Incentive Program, work for someone that lives in Shelby County, Tennessee? If you are a part of the Tuition Incentive Program, what we look for is where you are a resident. So if you're a resident of Shelby County, Tennessee, and that's a Tuition Incentive Program area, then you get a special discount on your tuition just for being a resident of that county. So what you need to do is when you apply, be sure that all of your application and your high school transcript, everything reflects that home address, and you're sending that to us, and that will be automatic. You do not have to complete a separate application for that special tuition rate. It's nearly half off the out-of-state tuition. So you can check our website under the admissions tab. You can definitely see on that site which counties are our TIP counties, our Tuition Incentive Program counties. You can see that complete list on our website, and definitely double check, because again, it is half off that tuition if you're an out-of-state resident. Alrighty, so how do you take the placement exam, and do all incoming freshmen have to take it?
Yes, all incoming freshmen do have to take this math placement exam. And you can take this math placement exam online on TopNet, and it's really simple to find. All you have to do is search math placement exam, and it'll pull up for you. And just depending on what your email said, depends on which placement exam you will take. So be sure you look at that email before you take that placement exam.
And the easiest way to find the math placement exam is to log into TopNet. Again, TopNet is the place you go to for everything. You log into TopNet. In the search bar, if you just type in math placement exam, it'll have it there for you to click on. Like we said, it is free, but it is required for all students. And if you already have dual credit credits for a math course, we'll consider that. So it's not like the math placement exam will put you in a remedial course or anything like that. But you do have to take it. And then depending on your major, so if you're, for example, biochemistry, chemical engineering, civil engineering, physics, pre-pharmacy, you also will have to take an additional trig math placement exam. But if you are not one of those majors, you only have to take the algebra one. And then if you want to make sure whether you have to take the trig one or not, just go to the top website and you'll find it there.
All right. So we're going to take a little bit of time. We get this question a lot in the office. As soon as you're a WKU student, you have a WKU ID. You find out that all of your information is on TopNet. So just know that at any time you can go to the WKU website and under quick links, there's a manage my accounts, manage my WKU accounts, or you can just search that in the search bar. And so if you search that, it will come up and you can actually put in your information and it will tell you what your WKU ID number is, what your TopNet login is, and a way to create that password. So if you log into TopNet for the first time and you're like, wait, where's my password? You set it for the first time. So you set that password and then you can go ahead and log into TopNet. You'll get really familiar with TopNet because that is the program that you will use to check your grades, to register for anything on campus. It's just kind of your student hub and student portal. So you'll definitely get used to that. Also, as you start to see different scholarship amounts come in, if you're a Kentucky student, wanted to check your keys money, things like that, it will all start to be added to your TopNet as well. So if you have any questions about that, just let us know. But again, a really helpful new page on our website is Manage My Accounts, and it will explain all of your different student ID numbers and accounts so you can use those on the Hill. All right, so our next question is, what is Honors Top like?
We get this question a lot. So Honors Topper Orientation Program is the top for students in the Honors College. And a lot of people ask, what is the difference? So there's really no difference other than the fact that at the Honors Topper Orientation Program, you will be with other Honors College students. The same services will be provided. You'll still sign up for classes there. You'll get your free lunch. You'll talk to different departments from the university. So if you are an honors student and you can't attend the Honors Top, for example, it is okay. We get this question a lot too. You can attend any of the other Topper orientation programs. They'll have the same services for you to attend there. Is there anything else that I'm missing?
I think that about covers that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do we get our student email at Top?
So, yeah, I can take that one. You will not get your student email on that day. We won't hand it out to you. What you will do, we actually have it on our website. You can just search Topper email, and what you'll do the first time you'll log into that, you'll have to type in your information, and it'll generate your Topper email for you.
Alrighty. So our next question is, do I need to bring proof of AP credit at Top, and how can I submit that? If you have AP credit, you can go ahead and submit that to the Office of Admissions through the AP website. If you just want to send that straight to WKU, we'll go ahead and put that on your account. So that way when you go and meet with your academic advisor that day, they can see all the different AP credits that you've earned. If some are in progress or you're still working towards those, if you'll just kind of have a list in mind of those and know how those come and would transfer over to WKU, that helps just to let your academic advisor know what you've been working on in high school to prepare for college. But if you don't have those with you, you can definitely let them know that, and that will be okay. They might just schedule something and wait to the next semester. But definitely, if you can bring a list of those or go ahead and start submitting those to WKU, we would really recommend that. If you would like to see how your scores translate into credit, you can do that on our website as well. If you just search in that search bar again, AP credit by exam, it will have a PDF there for you so you can see that, and we'd be happy to answer any questions about that too. Alrighty, do you have to take a foreign language placement exam if you're majoring in a language like Spanish, for example?
No, you do not. The only placement exam that you have to take before coming to Top is the math placement exam, and that is on TopNet. But we do encourage you to take the stamp test if you think you can. I took the stamp test before when I came into college. I took 2 years of Spanish in high school, and I knew that I was not going to major in Spanish here, and I did not want to take the class, so I signed up to take the stamp test. It's around $35, and it's really simple to do. I passed all parts. I don't know how I did it, but I did. But it got me credit for that class. So I would encourage you taking that test.
So if you're majoring in a language, you might ask the department what are some of the placement exams that are offered, and that can help you schedule that first semester. But if you're thinking, I took 2 years in high school, but I'm not confident about the stamp test, that's okay. You can always try a new language. I did that during my time at WKU, so I switched into a different language. So that's possible too. So, but if you feel confident that you could earn some credit through those stamp tests, definitely it worked out great. So I registered for TOP. When will I get an email with more info?
So 10 days before the date that you're signed up for, you're going to get an email from the TOP office, and that's going to have a newsletter that has all the information about where to park, where to go, what you may want to bring. It'll have your check-in time. If you don't get an email, or if you lose that email, you can also visit our website, and that'll have that same newsletter on our website right there for you to see. And then if you want to know more about it, or if you want to know now so you can prepare for it, or if you have any additional questions, just give our office a call and we can just help you out over the phone. Our phone number, like was said earlier, is 270-745-4242. We're open 8 a.m. till 4:30 Monday through Fridays.
Alrighty. Next question is, when is Honors Top? If I registered for a different date, can I change it?
Yes, so Honors Top is March 31st, and if you did register for the wrong date or you want to change your date, it's really simple to switch that date. It does not cost anything, but you can either email our office, it's just top@wku.edu, or call our office, like Juan said, at 270-745-4242.
And that's for anybody, so even if you're not in honors and you just want to switch your date for whatever reason, just give our office a call or email us and we'll switch it for you. No additional charge, nothing, really simple.
Yep.
So if you are bringing an extra guest to Topper Orientation, then when can they pay for that extra guest?
So you can either, that's also really simple. If you would like to do that, you can call us or email us and let us know, I want to bring an additional guest or an additional 2 guests, and then we will give you a call. If you emailed us or if you just called us, and we'll process that payment for you over the phone. So, and then if you decided to bring an additional guest at the very last minute, we do take payments for that at the door as well.
Yes.
Alrighty. Next question. Did I take the math placement exams at TOP?
No, you will not. You will need to take the math placement exam at least 4 business days before you come to orientation, and you can find the math placement exam on TopNet. You can just search for it in the search box, math placement exam, and it'll pull right up for you.
Alrighty. So again, if you have questions for us, you can comment in the Facebook Live box on Facebook. So you can just leave a comment there with a question, or tweet us at WKU 2021. So it looks like we have another one. I'm transferring to WKU with an associate's. Do I need to take a foreign language? I can take that one. If you have earned your associates, then you'll be general education certified. So what that means is you will not be required to take a foreign language unless your major requires it. So definitely check with your academic advisor. They can help you there. The wonderful thing about academic advisors is you meet with them every semester. So they can really help to keep you on track and make sure you're earning those credit hours towards your degree, towards your graduation. So definitely check with them. I had a phenomenal experience with my academic advisor. He was my advisor when I came to Topper Orientation, and he was at my graduation, so was with me the whole way through and definitely helped that experience. So have you all had great experiences with your advisors as well?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Really easy to talk to. You can just make an appointment on TopNet. You can just go in their office and talk to them, not just about classes, but about anything. I sometimes talk to my advisor about what's going on in my life, just let them know that, and they really appreciate it. And it's kind of a very personal relationship that you can have with your advisor.
Yes, I love my advisor. I honestly I texted her today actually and told her I just signed up for my advising appointment. I'm very close to her, and I go to her for more than just college questions or my advising questions. So definitely get to know your advisor because they will help you a lot here at WKU.
Something that I was really fortunate to do is I had internships every summer in my major, and that was all because of my academic advisor who really helped me find those opportunities and things that I was interested in. So definitely recommend building those relationships. And if you're undecided, that's okay too. So if you come to Topper Orientation and you're not sure what your major is going to be, it's okay. We have a great advising team who can help you and can help take those classes that really help you see if you're interested in a certain area or let you know that you're not interested in that area. So I definitely recommend if you're undecided, that's okay. Many freshmen are and many sophomores too. So academic advisors can definitely help you work towards your major and help you with those things. So the question is, will students meet with an advisor during TOP?
Yes, students will meet with an advisor during TOP. After lunch, you'll be sent to academic advising with an advisor from your department. So if you are majoring in, say, economics, for example, you would go to see an advisor from the Gordon Ford College of Business. So that way they know what classes you need to take, they'll help you, they'll guide you, and put you in classes that will fulfill your major.
Okay. All right, what is the TOP office phone number?
It is 270-745-4242.
And you can also email them at
top@wku.edu.
And you all also have Twitters?
Yes.
Twitter accounts?
Yes, actually.
I forgot about that.
A lot of people don't know this. Yeah, so every TOP guide, so for example, Kelsey and I, we have Twitter accounts. So if you have any additional questions, you can just tweet us or send us a personal message on that. And all our Twitter accounts are TOP Guide and then our name. So my Twitter, for example, is TOP Guide Juan. That's Juan. And then hers is Top Guide Kelsey. So if you have any personal questions just towards us ourselves, feel free to message us on there as well.
Alrighty, so next question from the comments on Facebook is, what do I need to bring with me to TOP?
So you don't actually have to bring anything to TOP. We will provide everything. We'll have a pamphlet there. We'll have your schedule. You can bring a pen if you really want to take notes that day, but beyond that, you are good to go that day.
I also get the question a lot. You will take your picture for your student ID that day, the morning, the first thing. So if you were planning that around what you might want to wear in your ID, you might have that.
Yeah,
so.
Make sure you look good because it'll be your ID for the next 4 years. So
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I do not like my picture, but it's fine. I just put my thumb over the picture and just pretend it doesn't exist sometimes.
All right, so if we're exempt from Math 116 because of our ACT score, do we still have to take the math placement exam?
You do. Even if you have credit from dual credit classes or AP classes for math, you still have to take the algebra math placement exam. So the math placement exam is not going to determine what math course you're going to be placed in. It's just more for the university to see the level of math proficiency of its incoming students.
Alrighty, so definitely when you're earning those credits, you want to check with your academic advisor, and they will help you every step of the way again. But a higher math course might be required for your major, and they can help you through that, but you can still earn that credit. And if you are wondering, your ACT score for the college algebra is a 26 in the math section. So if you earned a 26, then you can use that as credit for college algebra or Math 116, and then a 29 in English for that score. All right, is TOP required? You definitely want to come to TOP.
Yes, TOP is required. All incoming students have to complete TOP. You actually have a hold on your account if you do not complete it. So if you decide not to come and it's August and you want to register for classes, you can't until you have actually come to our orientation. And there are exceptions to this rule. If you're an online student, you're web-based completely, you do not have to do TOP, or if you're joined admissions, you're exempt from TOP. And if you're attending a regional campus, you'll need to talk to that campus. You will not actually attend our orientation on the Bowling Green campus.
You definitely want to attend TOP, though. We have worked several TOPs, and I will say when students come in the door that morning, they might be a little anxious, a little nervous, but everyone leaves that day just feeling a little bit more relieved. They know when their classes are. They know a little bit of where their classes are. The TOP guides do a really good job of showing you on a map that you have plenty of time to get to building, and just kind of alleviating those things and maybe the unknown or meeting your roommate, things like that. So definitely encourage you to come to TOP. You don't want to wait till the last minute. Come early. It's a great experience, and again, it just makes you more comfortable with your time on the Hill approaching soon.
And we, as TOP guides, are kind of like your mentor throughout the day. So you'll be placed in small groups, about 20 students. So each TOP guide will have 20 students with them. So throughout the day, you'll spend the whole day with your TOP guide. So you can ask them questions, and they'll give you their contact information. So after you leave TOP and you have any questions, later on the semester or during the summer, you have them to talk to. So you at least know one person already a student at WKU before you even set foot on the Hill.
Mm-hmm. Another great way to meet people and just feel a little bit more comfortable and start to feel like the Hill is your community as well is to attend the Master Plan. Master Plan is a week before classes start. All incoming freshmen get to move in a week early, get settled, attend really great workshops on how to be successful in college, how to use the library, just different things, different questions from an academic standpoint that you might have, but also make those social transitions. Find out when students around you might have their lunch break, so you might make lunch plans with them during the day. Have fun concerts at night. It's just a really great way to kind of break the ice for campus. Alrighty, so next question. Are there any TOP dates that are already full?
We have not filled all of them yet, but April 1st is filling very quickly, and the 945, we only have a few spots left, so if you do want to come to that date, I would suggest signing up very quickly in the next 2 weeks because I suspect that one to fill up very quickly.
Yeah, and there are only 2 Saturday dates available. The other ones are during weekdays, so the Saturday ones especially fill up very quickly. And then we encourage you to sign up for an orientation. Just the earlier the better. So we have several dates for you to choose from, starting in April all the way until August. So the earlier you sign up for an orientation, the more likely you are to get the classes you want or the schedule you want, just stuff like that.
Alrighty, next question. Are there American Sign Language classes?
There are American Sign Language classes, yes.
Yes, that is classes offered on our campus. You can definitely take those, and it will fulfill your foreign language requirement. And many majors actually prefer that you take that class. So speech pathology, I know, is one of them, and language disorders. So you can definitely talk to your academic advisor about that. But that is a class offered. Alrighty, so can honors students go to any TOP day or just the honors day?
Yes, they can go to any TOP day. We just offer the honors day just as for students to come that are in the honors program, but if you cannot come to that day, no worries. It's still pretty much the same program if you come on April 1st or April 21st.
And there will be representatives from the Honors College at every TOP, so you can ask them questions if you have any additional questions. So don't feel like you're being left out just by not attending the honors orientation.
Alrighty, so next question is, if you're on the wait list for honors, when will you get a decision? I would definitely recommend contacting honors directly. They have that information and they can definitely let you know if there is maybe a time frame for that. Is there a master plan for summer start? That is a really good question. If you're participating in Summer Start, you can also do master plans. So just know that you can definitely do both. And I would definitely recommend, again, coming to master plan. Summer Start programming will end before. All right. Will I be able to meet with student organizations at TOP?
So at TOP, there won't be directly student organizations there, but many of our TOP guides are involved in so many different organizations that you can talk to them there. And then, like I said, we'll give you our contact information so you can ask us any additional questions that you may have about any organization. So definitely, if I'm not involved in one organization, the odds are Kelsey's probably involved in the one you're looking for. So.
Also, I know I keep plugging Master Plan, but during Master Plan there is an organizational fair, so you can go to that, and all the different organizations on campus will be set up, so you can go booth to booth and kind of figure out what you might be interested in at Master Plan. We also have a community fair day where they set up in South Lawn, so many different communities or many different businesses in our community will set up, so lots of free giveaways and just a way to really meet those individuals. So definitely Master Plan is a great way to get plugged in on campus. Will I be able to meet with, oh, sorry, we already took that one. Next is, can I test out of classes?
Yes.
Sorry, I don't know who wants to take that.
You can test out of classes. For example, the CLEP exams. I was able to take the one CLEP exam to test out of 2 different classes. So that's definitely an option if you're wanting to get ahead, or if you feel like you're already proficient enough to continue on at a higher level.
And a great reference for that is if you go on our website, again in that search bar, and just put in credit by exam, there is a pretty good PDF that kind of sums up the scores needed and some opportunities there. Alrighty, so when will I get my books, or will I get my books at Top, and where can I buy my books?
So sorry, I didn't know who wanted to take that. But you can get your books at Top, definitely if you come in the summer. You can buy your books at the WKU Bookstore. We have a really great resource. They do go on your university bill. That is an option for you, or you can pay by credit card. It just depends on what you want to do. But they have it really great set up for that. You can just search on the wku.edu website and then just get your course textbook list, and it gives you all of your textbooks, and it's really simple to order them.
So our bookstore is also set up at Top. We have like a small fair, so you could visit them and get more information about that program. But I loved it when I was in college. You just go on TopNet, say reserve my books. You can also say if you would like to rent those textbooks, buy them used, or buy new books if you would prefer. And they pull your class schedule right before class, put them all together for you. So you just go to the bookstore and pick up your books, and that's a great thing to do, the week before classes start, just to get those. And then it's really easy if you needed to exchange or make a return to just go back to the bookstore. So the bookstore is a wonderful resource, and your university bill, that cost can go on your university bill. So that's a great way to manage that as well. All right, when will I get my housing assignment?
Housing assignments begin being released over the summer. So just be on the lookout for that. You'll get an email letting you know when that has been released.
And then as soon as your housing assignment is released, you will be able to then purchase a parking pass. So if you're trying to buy that parking pass now, just wait until you get the assignment, so that way you know exactly where you might like to park. If you haven't yet filled out your housing application, the priority deadline is March 31st. So that's not a deadline. You can still apply after that date, but March 31st as a priority deadline just means if you apply before then, they'll better be able to make accommodations for your choices. So if you have a roommate in mind, you can definitely put that on your housing application. So as long as it's a mutual decision, you choose Kelsey, Kelsey chooses you, you can definitely live together. Also make sure in the preferences for residence halls that you just list, you get to list your top 3 choices. So just make sure yours and Kelsey matches, so that way that can be an easy process. So again, March 31st is a priority deadline, so we encourage you to apply by then, but you can apply after that date as well. All right, does my FAFSA money help pay the university bill? It does. So FAFSA comes out October 1st, and you could have filled that out. You can still go in and complete that. That sets any federal loans, any award money is through that process. So you go ahead and fill that out. You send it to WKU, and WKU will put that on your student bill for you. Financial aid can definitely help cover the cost of your university bill, but definitely log in there. It's not too late. So if you have any questions about that, definitely our financial aid office can help there. If you don't feel like, or you're uncertain if you need to complete the FAFSA, we always recommend it. It's a way to get a job on campus. So if you have the FAFSA on file, you can be employed by the university, so you need that on file. Again, everything gets put on your university bill, so tuition, housing, books, meal plans, all of that will go on your university bill. There's also payment plans, and you can definitely contact our billing office for that. The largest one is 5 different plans, so you could break that up before the due date of October 1st. So it's up to you, but definitely lots of options there to help you with that bill. All right. Will I get my roommate's contact information when I get my housing assignment?
Yes, you will. So they'll it'll either have their student email or phone number, or sometimes even both. So you can definitely get a hold of them as soon as you get your housing assignment to maybe talk about who's bringing the fridge and who's bringing the microwave, stuff like that.
Again, if you have questions, you can comment in the video on Facebook. We will take your questions from there, or you can tweet us at WKU 2021. All right, so what's different about Honors Top?
So what's different about Honors Top is it's set up a little differently, where only honors people will be there doing the sessions. So the sessions are centered around the honors classes or different organizations that you can be a part of in the honors building, and they're all honors toppers giving those sessions, or the leaders in that honors building. And they'll be there to help with advising, but if you cannot come to that day on the honors date, they will be there on other dates, so don't worry if you can't be there.
Alrighty, so next question is, if I live in Mendenhall, can I request a non-honors roommate? If you live in Mendenhall, if you live in honors housing, both roommates probably need to be in honors. You can definitely check with honors about that, but it's our understanding that both would be honors roommates, but you can definitely check with honors. Alrighty, how can I check my university bill and how do I pay it? Again, TopNet will be the way that you check your accounts, pay off balances, things like that, but it will not be available until after you schedule your classes. So once you come to Top and schedule your classes, you'll start to see things on that university bill. Also at Top, you can register for a meal plan, and then that will be added to your bill as well. So there's lots of different meal plan options. And so that can be definitely something that that you add then. So do you all have meal plans, or your favorite places to eat on campus?
So some of my favorite places to eat on campus, I have a lot. So the good thing about WKU is that all our meal plan options, all our restaurant options that we have here on campus are just scattered throughout campus. So we have some at the top of the hill, at the very bottom of the hill, and then at the middle of campus. So when I'm at the top of the hill, my favorite place to go to by far is Panda Express. I go there almost every day, just in between classes. I live near the middle of campus, so I take advantage of the Downing Student Union, which is located right there in the middle. That has the Fresh Food Company, which has fresh foods from local farmers. It has a lot of healthier options, and it also has a lot of different options, so I'm not limited to only one thing. And of course, since it's a buffet, I can stay as long as I want, which is perfect. So definitely a lot of different options for students to take advantage of.
Yeah, I agree with Juan. Panda is a personal favorite with all the Top guides, so if you ever want to find us, we're probably at Panda. Not kidding. And my freshman year, I did the 10 meal plans just because I do live 20 minutes away, so I could always get meals off my parents if I ran out of meal plans. But I never really did. I normally struggled to get all the meals in that day or in that week. And so it's just depending on your circumstance and how much you want to eat that week.
Yeah, I think the most popular meal plan option is the 14. So that would be 2 a day for 7 days. And if you're wondering what exactly a meal means, it's very similar to like a value meal. So at our Chick-fil-A on campus, a value meal at a different location is much like a meal at ours. So a sandwich, fries, and a drink would be a meal. Also, another favorite is Steak and Shake. So if you get a burger, fries, and a drink, you would use your meal for that. And then if you wanted to cut over to the milkshake line, you could use your meal plan dollars. So that's how that works. Also, we have a Starbucks on campus, so you can use your dollars that way, and just lots of different options and grab and go options too. But if you're thinking, oh, I just want to grab a drink or a bag of chips, you can use your dollars rather than a full meal. So we have over 25 different restaurants on campus, so lots of different options for you. Alrighty, so when will I get my housing assignment?
Housing assignments will start being released mid-June. And then just depending on they release them on the order that they received them. So the earlier you apply, the earlier you're going to receive your housing option and your roommate.
Alrighty, so again, if you have questions, you can leave a comment on the Facebook Live video, or you can tweet us at WKU2021. And on the housing application, there's lots of different options. One might be extended living option, and so what that means is that residence hall will actually stay open during our break. So some of the residence halls will close, for example, during our Christmas break in between the fall semester and the spring. Those that are extended living will actually stay open. So that's a great option for students who might want that option over winter break. All right, so if I choose not to live in Minton, will I miss out on the honors experience?
Absolutely not. Even if a lot of honor students choose not to live in Minton, while Minton does have its own little activities, every residence hall on campus will have things like that. So a lot of residence halls will have their own intramural teams. They'll have different events, such as like free pancakes in the lobby, stuff like that. Also, the Honors College itself will have events in the Honors College building, so you don't even have to go to Minton. So you're definitely not missing out on the honors experience just by not living in Minton Hall.
Alrighty. So, you want to talk about your housing experience and maybe what residence hall you lived in?
Yeah. So I, like most incoming freshmen, I was very nervous coming to college. I didn't know what to expect from my roommate. I did do a random roommate my freshman year. It worked out very well. We got along very well. Since we didn't know each other, it was kind of nerve-wracking at first. You didn't know what to expect. You kind of grow as a floor. WKU does great in the sense that they encourage everyone to meet each other. So I knew everyone on my floor. I knew the people on the floors above me, below me. So pretty much everyone on my residence hall, I at least could recognize their face. And it's just been great. Every floor has a kitchen, so if I ever wanted to cook something myself, I could just go to the kitchen, use the oven, the sink, whatever. So it definitely feels like home here. It's a home away from home here on the Hill, for sure.
Yes, I agree. On his kitchen part, we always kept cinnamon rolls and cookies in our fridges in the dorm. That's what we always made at night. I don't know why cinnamon rolls, but those were the only foods that we actually made in the dorm kitchen. But my residence hall that I lived in was the Pierce Ford Tower, the 27 floors, which a lot of people are scared of, but I wouldn't have wanted to live anywhere else my freshman year. I met so many people there, and I became friends with my entire floor. Like he said, there's a lot of good programs of meeting them, and I'm still really good friends with most of them today.
And living in a residence hall is just a great way to live in an environment where people are studying and going to class and eating together. So it was always really fun for me when maybe I got home that everyone was going to the library together. So I could easily go with everyone and learn some new study habits and really get some tips that way. Or I'll go out to eat, or I'll make cookies or something like that. So it's definitely a part of the campus community. So a very positive experience. So we definitely recommend living on campus as well. So can I make changes to my housing application? You can make changes to your housing application if you've already submitted it and maybe now you've met someone that you'd like to room with or something like that. Just contact the housing office. They would be happy to help you make those changes. If you are going to change things, and again, we would just encourage you to apply or make any changes before the priority deadline, which is March 31st. So where are good places to study on campus?
That's a good question. I think it depends. It definitely took me a couple months to find my perfect study place. My favorite is to study in Grice. It's where the Gordon Ford College of Business is, and some other classes are held there too. But my favorite is studying on the second floor of that building. But others might be the library or DSU or the International Building. They have really nice study rooms in there with marker boards. What is your favorite place to study?
I like to utilize one of the study rooms that we have in the Downing Student Union. So it's a big open room for students to use. There's a lot of comfortable seating. There's a fireplace in there. A lot of the tables have outlets in them, so I can charge my phone, my laptop as I'm studying or doing my homework. Also on either side of that big room, there are private study rooms. So if you have a group project you want to work on without disrupting everyone else in the study room, you can just hop into one of those private rooms and utilize the table there and then the marker board as well. So.
All right, can you explain the most important preference on the housing application? So I think the question, so you can definitely choose a roommate, so as long as you all choose each other, make sure it's a mutual decision, and then you can also list the residence halls that you would like to live in and kind of put preference to those. So your first choice, second choice, and third choice. So you can definitely put that on the housing application. And if you want to check out the residence halls, you can just go to the housing website. They have a list of all the residence halls so you can see maybe where they're at on campus. They also have the cost of each one. As incoming freshmen, they're all going to be very, very similar. But you can definitely look. They have pictures of each residence hall inside the rooms. So if you'd like to get a closer look inside, you can definitely do that. I know they have pictures of the kitchen, and many of them have study rooms. Some of them also have a room with a big TV in there, so you can see different parts of that residence hall. So definitely just check out the website, which is just wku.edu/housing.
And something that a lot of students are excited about is all the construction that's happening across campus. So the university is actually starting a $150 million renovation of the housing project. So we're getting a lot of new residence halls. We're also getting renovated halls. So it's all going to change. So definitely don't get used to what you're seeing now.
Alrighty, so where can we see all the top dates?
So you can view all of our top dates on our website. It's wku.edu/TOP, and we have all of our dates listed right there on that front page.
And that's what's really nice about it, that if you can't attend one orientation, we have several different other ones, several each month, all the way until August that you can choose from. So you just choose the one that works best for you and your family.
And there's different day options as well as time options, right?
Yes. So, for example, the April 21st, this is with most dates as well. But, for example, the April 21st, there's a check-in time beginning at 7:30. But if you're not a morning person or you think that's too early for you for whatever reason, there's also a 9:45 a.m. check-in. So that's true with most of our orientation dates. So not only with the day, you can also choose the time in which you want to check in.
All right, so another question is, do I have to live on campus as a freshman? Freshmen and sophomores, there is a housing requirement, so you'll definitely want to live on campus, and it is required for freshmen and sophomores. But again, we've all had really great experiences and would definitely encourage you to do so.
I'm currently a sophomore, and I still live on campus, and then actually next year as a junior, I will be living on campus. It's very convenient. Your classes are right there next to you. Your meal options are right there next to you. Study areas are right there next to you. There's a very much sense of a community there. So, for example, in my residence hall on the first floor, just like every other residence hall, there's a lounge area and then there's a study room. So we definitely take advantage of that. A lot of people with my major will go in there, study, do our homework together. So it definitely helps out with keeping my grades in check as well.
And it's really nice too in like warm weather, especially right now in Kentucky in February. We're having warm weather, but as spring starts, you'll definitely see a lot of students who maybe live on the hill or just in between classes, having picnics outside, sitting on the lawn, sitting in different things. So there definitely is a great sense of community and time to do that. We have a beautiful campus, so if you haven't yet visited WKU, I'd really encourage you to do that. if you go to our website, at the top right-hand corner of every page, it says Visit WKU. So you just click there, and then you can schedule a tour. And that's led by a current student. And so that's a great way to just get their perspective. And if you've been to campus before, maybe you've been here for some kind of tournament or something like that, definitely take a tour. It's a great way to see the campus through a student's perspective. So we would love to see you on the Hill for a campus tour. Also, we have several different admissions events. So if you're thinking, I'm still on the fence, or I'm a junior and I want to get more information about WKU, we have several events that you can come to here on the Hill to get some more information. So again, if you just go to our website, top right-hand corner says Visit WKU. You just click that and you can schedule an event. All right. So next question is, when is move-in day, and about what time will it be? So again, if you do master plan, you'll move in a week early, which is a really great time to get settled before classes start. They always have really fun programs during master plan, but also during the day there's great programs that just helps answer some common questions. I remember one session when I was in master plan was, how do I schedule an appointment with an advisor? Or if I need tutoring, where do I go? And just those common questions that maybe you're not sure who to ask, that's definitely a great time to get those answered. So you'd move in a week before classes start, and then your residence hall will have assigned days and times for you to move in. So just look for more information there, but they try to divide up the residence halls to make that an easier process.
And sorry, and also just to throw in with master plan, they will be there on orientation day, so you can talk to them and sign up on that day for master plan.
Also, if you're nervous about moving into your residence halls, there are lots of people across campus that volunteer to help our incoming students move into their residence hall. So when you get here, there's definitely going to be someone to greet you. I know a lot of the different sports teams, a lot of the different student organizations help students move into their residence hall. So again, if you're interested in different organizations, you might see someone helping you move in and then want to be a part of a group that they're involved in too. Alrighty. Do professors meet with students? Do they have open door policies? What's been your all's experience?
So my experience has been phenomenal with my professors that I've had. So I've had several different professors that actually do cookouts at their house. So for example, one of my communications professors, she had a big farm right outside the city of Bowling Green. So she invited all of her students to come for this cookout that she had. There was a bonfire, so it kind of makes it easier later on in class to come up and talk to them, just kind of because you know them on a personal level. So that definitely makes it easier. They're very friendly. I've had other professors just come invite their students to their house just for tea. You know, I had one professor do that. So do they have an open door policy? They do. They have office hours that are listed in the syllabus for the class. So at the beginning of the year when you get the syllabus for that class, it'll have their office hours. So you can stop in at any time during those hours and talk to them about whatever you need. And then, of course, if those office hours don't work for you, you can just let them know, whether in class or through email, let them know, and they'll schedule an appointment for you so that your questions don't go unanswered.
Yes.
All right. Can we go over how to sign up for TOP? So again, will you all tell us how to sign up for TOP?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can sign up for TOP on TopNet, like we talked about earlier. You can find TopNet by just going to our main webpage, wku.edu, and you'll see students in the left-hand corner of the page, and right under students, you'll see a drop-down box, and it'll have TopNet under there. It's really simple to find. And once you're in there, you'll see on the TopNet main page, you'll see Need Help on the right-hand side of the screen, and it'll say, what is my net ID? What is my PIN? You'll click on that. It'll generate an answer for you. You just have to type in your social security number and your birthday. So once you're in there, all you have to do is search for TOP. And once you do that, you'll see first-time freshmen, and you'll click on that, pay that $75 fee, and that does include one guest. If you bring more than one guest, it's $25 for each additional guest you do bring. And if you don't want to sign up online, you can call our office at 270-745-4242, and we would love to take your payment over the phone.
Alrighty, and so we have a few more minutes, so a couple more questions. So if you have those, again, you can leave a comment on the Facebook Live video, or you can tweet us at WKU 2021. I know that someone asked earlier about getting a job on campus. Both of these two have jobs on campus, so they can tell you a little bit about that process.
Yeah, so getting a job on campus is very easy, and a lot of students do take advantage of that. It's very convenient, especially if you're living on campus. Just takes a few minutes to walk to your job, and then you can also walk to class. It takes a few minutes. You can do your homework at your job depending on what it is, so very convenient. If you just Google, for example, this is what I did before I even got to campus. So over the summer, I just Googled WKU student employment. There's a page, and they'll have different job listings, and it'll tell you how much they pay and then what are the requirements for it. So, for example, my freshman year, I was able to get a job working as an usher for the women and men's basketball team. So I got paid $8 an hour to just stand there and be kind of the customer service for guests attending the basketball games needing help. So definitely take advantage of that. Also look within different departments. So if you, for example, are in the College of Business, talk to them about maybe getting a job as a desk clerk or as a tutor. So several different options available on campus.
Yes, absolutely. I did not know what job I was applying for when I got this job. I applied the second month into my freshman year, and I just applied for it because I just heard it was in the Office of Admissions, so I thought it'd be cool. And here I am, almost a year later, and so I absolutely love it, and I encourage all students to find that student employment because it does change your college experience, I believe.
A lot of students, for example, in like physical therapy program or the exercise science will get a job working as a personal trainer at our Preston Health and Activities Fitness Center. So there are definitely jobs on campus that you can utilize what you're learning in class to your job. So that's pretty awesome.
I definitely worked on campus as well in the communications office, and that was my major. So it was a great way to see the different professors. They would come in, and I got to know them through working in the office before I had them in class. So that kind of took away the pressure when I saw them in class, and they're like, hey, you're Erica from the office. So that really helped in that area too. So again, all you need to apply for jobs on campus is your FAFSA on file. So you do need that FAFSA on file. And then if you log on and look at the job page now for the fall and say there's not a whole lot of options, just wait. Later on this spring, departments will be able to know what students are staying in those jobs. Maybe some are graduating, things like that, or taking internships, so they'll better know what their openings are. So just keep checking back throughout this spring semester and definitely this summer, and some more opportunities will become available. So the next question is there a fee for master plan? There is a small fee, and the great thing about that fee is it includes everything. You can check the housing website just at wku.edu/housing. And so you can check there and go ahead and pay the fee. But that includes everything. That includes your food for that week, interest into all of the residence halls, all of the events, whether that be concerts or pep rallies or cookouts with the president. I know they've had those too. So there's many different options for that. And so you can check their page when you register. All right. So what is the difference between the male residence halls? Do you want to speak to that?
Yeah. So I'm assuming it's asking what's the difference between the... Well, the good thing about, I'll just put it this way. The good thing about all the freshman residence halls on campus is that they're almost exactly the same. So they're the same size, they offer the same amenities. So in the first floor, you'll have a lounge area, a study room. You'll have, what else? A washing room for you to wash your clothes. They'll have the bathrooms and the showers. So everything is exactly the same. There'll be a floor in every kitchen. The only difference, of course, is where they're located on campus. So you just have to do that research yourself, and you can definitely visit the housing website to know about that. But that's pretty nice that they're all equal. Everything is offered the same to all students.
Yeah, and you can definitely check that on the residence hall site and see all the different options, and also zoom in on all the different pictures. So we have just a few more minutes. Again, all the residence halls are really similar, so you won't be looking at your friend's room thinking they got the best of the best and I got the worst. So they're all really, really similar, so just make sure your preferences match up with your roommates. So last question kind of leading out is, why did you come to WKU?
All right, I'll start that one. So one of my majors is international business, and something that I really liked about WKU was its study abroad opportunities. They have a lot of great resources and programs for you. So for example, the summer after my freshman year, I did a quick 3-week program in Argentina. I was able to get credits for a class, and then through different scholarships offered by the university, I was able to get a lot of that covered and paid for. So that was amazing, awesome. A lot of classes that you can take will go towards your major, so definitely take advantage of the awesome study abroad opportunities that WKU has to offer.
Yeah, I came to WKU because my home is 25 minutes away from here, and I just always knew that WKU would be my home. I didn't apply to any other colleges. I knew this is where I'd wanted to be, and I'm forever grateful I did come here because it is home to me now. So if you're worried, you should come here.
I also attended WKU and now work at the institution, so I definitely think this is a very special place, and I'm a little biased, but we would love to see you on the Hill or answer any questions that you may have leading up to your time in joining the Hilltopper family. Again, if you have any questions, we're coming to a close tonight, but you can definitely contact us at the Office of Admissions anytime. You can email, call, text, tweet to get a hold of us, and you can find all of that information on our website. So again, we are open Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30 in that Central Time. So definitely contact us if you have any questions. We would love to answer those. Just thank you all so much for all of the interaction you had tonight, and we really look forward to seeing you on your top day.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, guys.